So here's a Holocaust survivor who's going to tell you what's happening in Israel, Palestine. Here's a Holocaust survivor who's against Israel and what they're doing. There's a Holocaust survivor and friend of the show, Gabor Maté.
Holocaust survivor as an infant. I barely survived. My grandparents were killed in Auschwitz, and most of my extended family was killed. I became a Zionist. This dream of the Jewish people resurrected in their historical homeland, and the barbed wire of Auschwitz being replaced by the boundaries of a Jewish state with a powerful army. And then I found out that it wasn't exactly like that. That in order to make this Jewish dream a reality, you had to visit a nightmare on the local population. And there's no way you could have ever created a Jewish state without oppressing and expelling the local population. Jewish Israeli historians have shown without a doubt that the expulsion of the Palestinians was persistent, it was pervasive, it was cruel, it was murderous, and with deliberate attempt. So that's what's called the Nakba in Arabic, the disaster or the catastrophe. There's a law that you cannot deny the Holocaust. But in Israel, you're not allowed to mention the Nakba, even though it was at the very basis of the foundation of the state. I visited.
So the Nakba is what we talked about in the other segment. The Nakba is when they expelled the Palestinians from their own land. They said leave, and lots of them leaves. And the ones that didn't leave, they killed them.
Well, so here's what I thought it was. Well, all these years was that 1948, Israel was like, no, we can all live together. But the Arabs were like, we won't live with Jews. Then they started attacking the Jews who were settling there. Then they started fighting back. Then a bunch of Palestinians heard about like Haganah and whatever going around killing, and they fled their homes of their own accord because they were afraid they'd get killed. Mm-hmm. And they're the ones that are in Gaza now. And
that's what you thought happened.
And the Arabs.
But turns out that's not what happened.
No, I'm telling you what I was told exactly. The Arabs, they're like, they would never live with Jews. They want the whole thing. Now, I didn't know how bad the Israelis want the whole thing.
Yes, it's the exact opposite.
It turns out also they outnumber them like by millions. Yeah. Why can't you just like live together? Oh, I forgot. You other ethnicities can't live there, and also Christians have to. I didn't know they had their own Sharia law. What is it called? The Noahide laws. Yeah, he was telling us about them. Dan Cohen told us about Noahide laws. Yeah, where you can't have false idols. That means you can't do your religion. Stuff you only heard about ISIS. I knew from when I was dating my girlfriend that, let's say we're going to get married or something, it wouldn't be recognized in Israel because I wasn't Jewish. Although I could convert, and I probably could go settle there if I wanted. I could probably go kick some Arab out of their house if I was willing to convert. So it dawned on me recently, that's what they mean by an ethno-state. And all those alt-right people that I didn't like that were marching in Charlottesville, as Karine Jean-Pierre was saying, with their stupid white ethno-state. We need an ethno-state. It sounded repulsive to me. Mm-hmm. Israel's an ethno-state. I guess that's just the good one, though.